Welcome to session 3 of Beginner Series 2. Today we're going to lie down onto the back, but before we do that, we're going to focus on how we come up and down from the floor. So we've done our transition move where we roll down into the floor, and now coming back to this roll back exercise. So the full version in Pilates would be stretching both legs out, arms forward, and then roll down into the floors using your C curve of the spine. But if that feels like way too much work right now, we can use our legs, and we can also use what I've created here, a little bit of a wedge. So I'm going to bring one leg in, and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to keep it really heavy. Imagine it's 100 kilos pushing down towards the floor. And then as I roll, I'm going to keep one leg down, and I'm going to just roll, opening up the front of the hip and then finding support, which is lovely. And then to come back, I'm going to push my foot down towards the floor, and it's nice and light and easy. So I'm going to try that on the other side as well. So I'm going to lift the leg, I'm going to roll back, and then suddenly be supported. Lovely, good. And then push forward, the foot pushes forward, and then come back into seated position. So there's a couple of tips just to coming up and down from the floor. So you're going to come all the way down. So decide how you're going to come down in towards the floor. Now you can use a cushion under your head for this one. So place a cushion down if you need one. So I'm going to roll using my leg. I'm going to stretch one leg out. I'm going to use one leg, keeping one leg down. I'm going to use my abdominal muscles, keeping this leg heavy, and then roll down in towards the floor. Great, and we are in our relaxation position, our start position. So today we are doing a compass to find our neutral spine. So once we start moving in different positions, standing, kneeling, 4-point, we need to know where our neutral spine is. So starting first with a bit of space underneath the lower back and trying to get the hips to stay level. Drawing that rib cage down slightly and just check your neck is long. Now from here, I'm going to change position. So I'm going to change my pelvis and move so the lower back is touching into the floor, and I'm going to rock the pelvis back. So keeping everything else as still as you can, and just rock the pelvis. So this is now your compass north and then compass going south. So I'm going to add my breathing, which really helps when it comes to this exercise. So I'm going to breathe out to go north, back flattens, and then breathe in to return and going south. I'm going to breathe out to flatten, and then breathe in to go back, and just see if you can get those movements in your spine. So keep the breathing pattern going, and just see if you can get the two spaces north and south. And again, breathe out, and then breathe in to return, and then going east and west, which is pushing one hip bone down and then pushing the other hip down. You might start feeling your knees move about a bit, but we're trying to just get a bit of space. Doesn't have to be big. So I'm breathing in and then breathe out, going past my middle position and then going out to the side. So you probably won't see it possibly from this angle, but what I'm doing is pressing one hip down slightly. So one hip is feeling like it's dropping down away from the other one, and then coming back. And somewhere in between all of those different positions is your neutral spine. So when we're coming into now lifting weight, we have done our single knee fold. I'm going to use this connection. I'm going to breathe out and feel I'm pushing down slightly with my lower back, and then lifting one leg and then place it back down, and again pushing down and then taking the leg back. So your single knee fold is just using a bit of abdominal muscle, which you could probably feel when you're turning your pelvis. And then place the leg down. So we're going to do double knee fold today as well. So the easiest way to get into double knee fold is to push the rib cage down, hold the connection between your rib and the hip, not flaring, pushing down, and then fold one knee in as far as you can. We're going to make it easy. And then bring the second knee in all the way into there. So there's less weight when the hips and knees are in this position. Taking one foot down soft towards the bum, and the second foot down. Now to make it harder, that knee is going to stay a little bit further away, which means you need more abdominal connection. So we're going to breathe out, feel the neck, north position, and then fold in the second knee in. Hold that north position, breathe in, and then taking one foot down, keep in the north position. And then when you take the second leg down, we can go slightly south, but not go all the way. We do it again. So we breathe out, going north, and then lifting one leg. Try to start with the other leg. Breathe out, lifting north. Keep going north. Breathe in, breathe out as the leg goes down, still going north. And as the second leg goes down, we can go back to neutral or slightly south if it feels comfortable. Good. And then coming into your windows position with arms. So the arms are down by your side. We start with the lift of the arms going straight up towards the ceiling, dropping the shoulders back. I'm still keeping my spine in neutral. I'm going to fold the elbows out to the side and just lift straight back up again. All you're doing is fold and then lifting the fingertips up. So the chest is open, collarbone widens on the front, and you can feel the back of the rib cage into the floor and the back of the hips. So adding the second position, which is the turn, rotating from the elbows if it's comfortable, and then bringing the fingertips up and then reach back up again. So elbows out, turn, and then point the fingers, lift back up, and then adding the third position. So we push the elbows out, soften the top of the shoulders, keep the chest wide, and then turn, and then reach the arms along the floor behind you, and then lifting the straight arms up. So we fold, turn from the elbows, keeping the wrists straight, and then reach the arms, and then coming back up, and then one more, elbows out, and then turn, and then reach, and then point the arms up, and then go the other way. So I'm taking my arms back onto where it feels comfortable without the chest flaring, pulling the elbows into your sides, turn the fingertips up, and then reach. So arms back, pulling the elbows in, turn, and then reach. So whilst we are doing this, we're still trying to keep the chest from flaring, so it doesn't start lifting up when we move back. It stays in connected. So arms back, elbows, turn, and then lift. And then to come back to seated, either roll to your side now into a transition move, or using what we just learned about legs and levers. Taking one leg down, bringing the hands behind that knee. So I still need to find that north position of the spine. So lifting the head and shoulders, and then push the leg away so it's not too far in towards your chest. And then using your north position, breathe out, and then push up into a seated position. Great. And then we can practice those a few more times in all the sessions going forward.